and Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, Honorable Ziyambi, ministers here present, the Deputy Chairperson of the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission, Commissioner Murapa, and commissioners of the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission here present, the Government Chief Whip, Honorable Togarepi, and members of Parliament here present, members of the Diplomatic Corps, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends. Before we begin our proceedings, we would like to begin with the national anthem, which will be led in by the police band. May we all rise for the national anthem. Is a collaboration between three organizations: the African Parliamentarians Network Against Corruption, the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission, and the Transparent International Zimbabwe. Before we begin with the opening welcome remarks from the chairperson of APNAG, I would like to introduce to you the members of the Executive Committee. You are all familiar with the commissioners of ZAC, but very few are aware of those of the Executive Committee of APNAG. These are the Honorable Msiarambwi Mushonga, who is the chairperson, the Honorable Mavetera, the Secretary General, Honorable Matsikirine, the Deputy Treasurer, Honorable Masango, Committee Member, Honorable Jota Fanana, Committee Member, and Honorable Felix Mona. At this point, I would like to invite Honorable Msiarambwi Mushonga to give us the welcome remarks.
Of Ceremonies, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, allow me to ride on the protocol that has been put to us by the Master of Ceremonies so that we cut down on time. But I have the honor and privilege of welcoming yourself, Your Excellency, and all those that are here today on behalf of the three organizations, APNAG, ZAC, and Transparency International Zimbabwe. Let me start on a lighter note. I'm not my usual self today because of two things. The first one is that I'm having to speak where the speaker is seated. And the speaker, we usually call him headmaster. He's a combination of both a teacher and a lawyer. So in the past 4 days, Your Excellency, I've been in trouble because I've constantly been told, you better behave well, properly, because I do not preside over inefficiencies. So if you see that I'm shaky and a bit anxious, please understand where I'm coming from. The second one is that, Your Excellency, until this morning, I wasn't sure you were coming because of legacy issues. People don't think you actually come to events where you just talk to people. So I realized that my colleagues in Transparency International kept saying to me, so let's think about what will happen when he doesn't come. So I was a bit anxious and was only happy when you walked in, but I'm still a bit anxious, so understand me over those two issues. Having said that, Your Excellency, the three organizations decided that in commemoration of the Anti-Corruption Day, which is on the 9th, and we would have wanted to do it on the 9th, but we know that there were pressing issues that you had to attend to. We decided that we wanted to do things differently. And I'll just speak to you about why we wanted to do things differently. The first one, Your Excellency, is we wanted you to get out of the cockpit, because in the cockpit you hear the same voices. Vanana Ziambi, Minister Ziambi are the only ones that are always around you. So you end up hearing only their voices and no voices from the general populace. So for us today, we wanted you to hear the voices of others. We know that there are gatekeepers sometimes that make it difficult for us to access you and to put you to the people, but we just want to thank you for having come and you are going to engage with the general populace. So that is the first thing we wanted to do. The second thing that we wanted to do, Excellency, is we wanted to prove to you that the issue around corruption cannot be dealt with by one group, by one person. So you will find that this is organized by three organizations: the legislative arm, our civic society who are representing your general populace, and the ZAC that we put into place to be able to deal with this. So we also wanted to say this is not about silo, it's about us working together. But I am glad, Your Excellency, that it has not been difficult to bring you here. I know people don't believe this. When we went to speak to the president and asked him to come, I've never seen such excitement when I explained to him that he's not going to give a speech, that he's just going to have a conversation. And you know, the president is the most difficult person in terms of a poker face. I hope people understand what a poker face is. You don't know whether he's happy or he's angry. And those of you that know him, that don't believe me, please go and Google on YouTube the 5th of November 2017. You will understand what I'm talking about. He can sit through an entire process and not show any form of emotion. So when you say something and you see some excitement, you know you have won a lottery. And I was happy as I was going through with him and told him that, you know, you don't have to do a speech, people will have to speak. Then I said, but you know, they may not speak the things that you want to hear. And he said, that's exactly what I want them to say. So I'm saying this to the panelists, please be as open and as frank as you are, because he is tired of people that tell him what he wants to hear. We want you to tell him exactly what is happening. Having said that, Your Excellency, I know we invited duty bearers here, and many of them had also asked that, are we going to say anything? And we said, no, you are not going to say anything. And it's very difficult to tell duty bearers, because unlike you, who do not mind, right now when he came in, he was asking, why this chair? Why am I sitting this way and not that way? He does not bother with protocol. He just wants things done. And I wish all of us would go to that stage, because it would make all our lives so much easier. But we just want to thank you that you are here and that we are going to have this conversation with you. We did get you a gift. I don't know where it is. And the gift is a clock, because we say our theme is taking stock of corruption. So we want you to look at the clock, because it will continuously remind you. It will be on your table So you can see it even has a temperature. So you can see whether the temperature around corruption is going up or is going down. So that is going to be our gift. We are giving you this gift also because I already said it in the briefing. I've had a lot of representations in my other capacity, in my other hat, you know the hat I'm talking about, of people saying they really want to go on holiday, really seriously. It's Christmas. Can we ask Your Excellency, after this, when you get the clock, to go on holiday? It's okay, presidents have Christmas too. So please, can you also go for Christmas? Yes, Clep, you are the one who also asked me that. So, and then finally, I will go and sit down. There is a saying that we keep saying, that you don't hunt with other people's dogs. ZAC is in trouble, Your Excellency. It's in trouble because you put new people at the top and you maintained everything else at the bottom. If you are going to ask them to go and hunt, please allow them to look for their dogs so that they can hunt better. We don't know where you put those others, whether you put them at Public Service Commission, whether you pay them money so that they go. But surely, I think they deserve to be strengthened with new people that can run with this. But I just want to thank Your Excellency for coming today, and Merry, 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 Merry Christmas. And we should have a happy, happy holiday after this. We thank you, Your Excellency.